Welcome back, everybody, to Total Nonstop Impact Talk for Impact fans right here on the YouTube, the Twitch, and wherever you get your podcasts worldwide. It looks like I might just be solo tonight. So I will be your host tonight. There might be a guest. You never know what will happen, but it's obviously a holiday here in the States. So happy Thanksgiving to everyone out there. Hopefully you had a good day, good food, good family celebration. But there was a lot of new content tonight. There was a story told on Impact. We know we're going off of what Impact did tonight, which was obviously the TNA Plus time frame of doing it at 8 Eastern and obviously on 360 up in Canada. But we know that on Access, it actually won't be shown to midnight. So obviously, spoiler warning for anybody watching it right now that's going to watch on Access TV. Feel free to watch this later, but I'm thinking most people that are watching it now probably watch it on TNA Plus, and obviously to react after that, that's the middle of the night on the East Coast, so it made more sense obviously to go live right now. But definitely a Thanksgiving episode tonight, so we'll get into it, go over some news. Obviously, it's a holiday week, not a ton going on, but we'll definitely hit on that as well. But obviously, like I said, if you are worried for spoilers, hold off for now. But because you'll see what happens because it kicks off with the Turkey Bowl match tonight, and then that kind of gives you a whole storyline for the rest of the show, which seeing a lot of this transpire live, I wasn't sure how it would happen. But now seeing it, it makes a lot of sense. So hopefully everyone was able to watch it on their own. And just want to say hello to our people in the chat. John Palmer, good to see you. Let's see who else we got in here. We got Little Silver Jackson in there. Good to see you. And we got Nora Sparks just finishing up. Very cool. Hopefully everyone has been able to check it out on the app, as we are now, well, we're really getting in the final resolution time frame, man. It will be here before you know it, already next Friday. So a week from tomorrow, we will get the last TNA Plus special of the year, followed by the tapings that will round out the year in El Paso, and then on the Genesis. So a lot going on. We'll have the holidays upon us, but definitely great to see the Turkey Bowl back. But there are some, definitely want to say TNA merch right now, TNAmerch.com, because obviously we're getting into Black Friday on the East Coast an hour from now. They got a good sale going on right now. So if you've been holding off, it's a good time because I think everything's at least 20% off. Free shipping, which they rarely do, at $125. So once again, if you've been holding off on some shirts, some other stuff for a while, get them all together, take advantage of the deal. I'll be putting through an order probably tomorrow. I have a few things in my cart, some shirts I've been waiting to get, didn't get them at live events. We'll bundle them together and they hit the free shipping. So definitely recommended. Also, shout out our friends Blacksmith. They have a Black Friday deal. So if you have been interested in obviously like the suits, the track suits, they have those on sale. So definitely a good time of the year if you've been waiting on maybe getting some wrestling merch. Shout out because once again, it's a holiday. So great to see people hopping in here. Roger Pace, CJ Martin, and that good old Gary Rossetti. Good to see you. Yes, that mysterious Genesis event. Because yeah, we know it's in Texas. We know it's in Dallas or Dallas area. I'm still thinking it's going to be in Garland at the same site as last year. But yeah, not confirmed yet. No date given yet. I can't imagine it's going to be like right at the beginning of the month because it'd be such short notice. I thought we might hear something tonight, but obviously we did not. So that's something we're definitely going to have to. Uh, but no problem on that one. Uh, let's see. So we'll get into it during the show because they did it a segment as well. But don't want to bury the lead too much because we did have big news on Tuesday. Almost went live then because at NXT's Gold Rush, the second week of that, there was the three-way match between TNA champion but NXT superstar Kalani Jordan against both NXT and former TNA champion Jordan Grace, along with Li Ying Li, Lei Ying Li, sorry. And we got a new TNA champion, Knockouts champion, bringing the belt home, which we love to see, just like Ash by Elegance before her. But Lei Ying Li brings it back. One half of the Angel Warriors is the new champion. And I saw some people in the chat there mentioning how emotional kind of the promo she cut after winning it. Obviously, first knockout Chinese born champion. How much that meant to her, 8 years coming over and wrestling and to kind of hit that pinnacle. You can definitely see it. So that was great to see. Great moment. All right. So besides that, I'll possibly get into. Well, you know what? Let's go over before we get into the show. Let's get into the new matches that were announced for Final Resolution, because we did get some new matches. We got all four of the Rascals again. So that is obviously Trey Miguel, Zach Wentz, Myron Reed, but now obviously Desmond Xavier as well, going up against Order 4. So it will be Ali, the Great Hands, and Special Agent Zero in action. So cool match there. Looking forward to that. But I might be even looking forward to more the TNA Knockouts Tag Championship, where we get the Inspiration going against Tessa Blanchard and Victoria Crawford. And that's one where, out of all the towns they run, El Paso is very much Tessa territory. So I'm really looking forward to that. I think the crowd is going to be interesting on that one because I think there's going to be a lot of supporters of Tessa, because if you look at like meet and greets and all, that's one of the only places where like Tessa's advertised for a meet and greet. So I could see new champions tonight, new champions at Final Resolution. So something to keep in mind. Looking forward to that. I know people have been still wondering, just kind of getting into the news aspect, because I see like the whole thing with TV deals and a platform. It does sound like it's gonna be happening soon. It obviously has not happened yet. But I feel like some of the things we're seeing, I know people are saying, well, maybe the titles are being arranged in a specific way because of going to a new network. I think like the whole thing with it's on Access, it got moved to midnight, and I think what they're playing, I think Chitty Chitty Bang Bang is what they're playing, because a lot of times, obviously on TV networks, how they approach holidays, but like it's like, well, why wouldn't they put TNA, especially that they were going to have a bunch of new content on this holiday theme show. I think this could be a sign of maybe how they'll treat secondary viewing of the Impact show, or like, because I think they'll still, obviously Anthem owns them, but so I could see replays of the Impact show being on the network, but maybe it will be a late night show. Maybe it will be what I always suggest is like Saturday morning wrestling, using it in that capacity. But maybe this is kind of the direction they're going to start. Maybe they will start moving it around on the Access platform, because maybe it will even change sooner than we think, as we get in. But once again, when you're getting into these holiday months, you see the same thing going on with AEW right now, moving all over the place. This is a tough time to judge too much what's going on with TV deals because of the holidays and how things are playing out, because they're really not trying to program against anything. But something to keep in mind, because I think you are seeing some changes. It does sound like, obviously, we heard AMC get their name thrown in late. That feels like that's there for a reason, but it's so late. I still don't think that's the one. I feel like it, like CW. It just feels so like CW, especially with the NXT relationship. And we know we're like pretty much a year into that. And we know there's multiple years. There's at least 2 more years left of that relationship. So it would just makes the synergy will be so much there if they kept it on that network. But that's a lot of CW will be committing to a lot of wrestling on their platform, which, once again, don't know if that's what they want to do. I hope so, because it has the most possible viewers. So that's always been my preferred destination. But I think no matter where they go, it will be a benefit. But we'll see. I have a feeling that's coming sooner rather than later. I think it's going to be a surprise out of nowhere in the next few weeks. But let's continue. Just seeing if I want to hit any. Let me make sure there was no more matches announced for Final Resolution. And then we will get into the actual show itself. Yeah, I think that was it on the matches that have been added. So, yeah, we are good on that. If there's any other news or anything else you guys want to hit as we go through it, feel free to drop it in the chat. And we will definitely pick up on that, especially on this holiday evening. I know some of the, if you are someone that doesn't normally participate in the chat live, feel free to jump in, give your opinion on anything going on in TNA or in the wrestling world, or it's Thanksgiving here in the States. Let us know. This is the TNI show. We've been known to do this before. What'd you have? What was on the menu? What'd you do for this Thanksgiving? Feel free to let us know. If you're not catching it live, understandable. If you're out and about at family or whatever, and you catch this on a replay, feel free to hit it up in the comments below. And yeah, let us know. Like, what do you do? Do you do regular turkey? Do you do a fried turkey? Do you do ham instead? Or the side? Some people are all about the sides. Love a good side. So yeah, let us know in the chat. And I'm seeing some people I don't normally see. Team Twitch in the house. Barely any games. Happy Thanksgiving to you too. Great to see you in the chat. Enjoy. Let me just see. I did notice some other people jump in. Norris did see the picture of Deanna and the new Knockouts champ. Not sure where. Wouldn't shock me. Obviously, Deanna is obviously married to Steve Macklin, our international champion. So very well could be at locations. But I think Deanna's very obviously still supportive of everyone in the company, which is great to see. Oh yeah, Little Silver also mentioned CW has WoW Women's Wrestling. Oh, I didn't even know they did something with Booker T. I think I do remember that now that you say it. What Reality of Wrestling? So I know that's mainly more on the app these days, but and here's another newcomer that I've not seen. Hassan Hit Gamer. Happy Thanksgiving to you too. Good to see everyone in here. Yes. Chitty chitty bang bang. And as I saw someone else mention in the chat, it does have the legend in it known as Dick Van Dyke, who's just turned 100. So congrats to Dick Van Dyke, the legend. Oh yeah, and can't forget the parades. Can't forget the parades. So hopefully, if you did like the parades, always good with the parades. Those big balloons and all, New York and all that good stuff. Bell's boy in the chat. I disagree. I think what's best for TNA is to negotiate with AMC and sign with them. If they go to CW, they definitely be nothing more than extension to NXT. Well, let me take a look. That's one of two. I got to see your second one. Oh, and TNA will be nothing more than NXT's feeder promotion. I know I have heard that. I've heard that from even some of the TNI fam. I can see that. I can definitely see the worry of that. And I think AMC, if they went to AMC, I think that would be a great move as well. That's a very prestige network, honestly. They just haven't been in the wrestling game. My only worry about that is if they don't like immediate results or something, could they not want to be in the wrestling game? So like what would be the out clauses and things like that? Because I got to imagine at best you'd have a guaranteed year. Um, but I do get everyone saying, but once again, this is a long-term partnership. I get the worry of it because WWE, there's the history. But so far, it's tough to knock this from my perspective. I think it's been very beneficial to the company. You just look at the gates. And I think that that brand, like having WWE's presence as all like with the show in a capacity, would help those ratings. Like I got to imagine if they get on CW, and I have to look. I don't look at it that closely, but the ratings for NXT, what are they hovering around 500,000? Sometimes closer to 6, sometimes just under 5. I got to imagine if TNA were to go there, I think, and then there's some connection between the two storyline wise, it's immediately in the threes, like easy. Like I got to imagine immediately it would be in the over 300,000, which once again, the last time TNA was at the 300,000 range, once again, very different time, network, all that. That was during the height of the Broken Hardys. I think the last time they hit 300,000. So that would be a great start, especially that we know wrestling, for the most part, has lowered in ratings the last years, but it's still original content live at times, which is very difficult to get for TV. You're even seeing the streaming platforms obviously all go to that. So, but let me get into, and feel free to continue talking about that because I'll definitely we can definitely hit on that. But I want to make sure that I'm not missing anybody else because I did ask for food and I saw some food talk in here. Let's see, turkey and duck and fried devil. Ooh, I love a deviled egg. Fried deviled eggs. I never even thought about it, but that sounds delightful. No turkey, okay. Mashed potatoes and mac and cheese. Actually, did not have mashed potatoes. Had the sweet potatoes today, but no mash. Oh, and then the viewing. We got Matthew Smith here watching National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. Had some ham, Christian Brothers eggnog, pumpkin pie, and stuffing mostly. Oh, it can't go wrong. Oh, yeah, CJ Martin. Thank you. I did hear this, but I did not say this in the news. From NXT, Leon Slater was selected to be in the Iron Survivor Challenge at NXT Deadline next Saturday. So that means no Leon on the Saturday tapings, but advertised for Sunday. So, yes. But once again, that's definitely given Leon like more like he's now like just like Joe Hendry before him, Jordan Grace. And you could say like Leon Slater, he is that good. Like it's gonna be like TNA would have to jump so far so quick. It's tough to imagine Leon Slater being here in 3 years in TNA. It's just that he's skyrocketing right now. And it's to the benefit of obviously both WWEs who's getting to utilize him as well. But that helps TNA. That definitely helps TNA. But he's got a rocket so far on him. Like he's just going to be somebody that has that opportunity to be on the biggest platform he wants to be on. And the company TNA, and I'll give them credit for this, through different regimes, even like through different management and all, they don't stop people from like if they think they get that better opportunity. TNA, for the most part, like they're still going to have a limit. Like as everything benefits, if they get to the new network deal, they'll be able to go higher on contracts or lengths and things like that. But still, you can't keep everybody. Like there's just going to be bigger deals out there potentially for people. And I think if you can help maneuver them, I think that will also make you look enticing to some young upcoming talent. So, but I do get It's you can look at it both ways. Oh yeah, and then there obviously was the football today. I know some games that yeah, the Cowboys, Chiefs, and obviously the Lions and the Packers. If you're watching that, yeah, there could be obviously CW. Yeah, there will be some. You got to be careful because of not being on cable. And then there's the Peacock stuff. Like I would say Peacock still could be a possibility in some way, but it does feel like it's like I felt like very CW, but that AMC stuff is not like it only comes out if there's a reason for that stuff to come out. So it feels like it is in play, and it could just be negotiation with maybe CW to maybe up their offer or finalize something. Um, all right, and yeah, and kind of what I said. I see Bell's voice saying that, like, yeah, if if AMC like that does make it feel like more than TNA did it all on their own. So there's benefits to that because obviously these other stations have connections to WWE, which I can also think is beneficial because once again, we can't deny biggest promotion in the world. No one's touching them. So there's benefits to that of being associated with it. So, but definitely can look at it both way. Yeah, that was the, and I'll always have a soft spot for the Broken Hearties from the Pop TV era. But yeah, continue. I like all the action in the chat. Uh, Yeah, I know people are saying what's the current one. It doesn't really get reported below a certain number, but it seems like it's roughly in the 100K ish range, give or take. But it's tough to really, and especially since they redid Nielsen ratings and everything, it's a lot tougher to really hone down on what it is. I know, I think even what I think it is a CW, which is actually like went to Nielsen and like said, "Yo, like the way you guys are doing this." There's no way it's accurate. So I think it's tough to really judge them right now. Uh, Bell's Boy, let's see what you had on the menu. Turkey, ham, cranberry sauce, mashed potatoes, oven. There you go. Classic. Classic. Seeing some other names here. There's Eric Isaac. Good to see you jump in. Happy Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. Kyle Fasel, I don't know if I've seen it before, but feels like WWE will sign Leon. I think there's a very good chance that will happen at some point. Because he's just, once again, he's that good. Just like you're saying, Kyle. Like, I don't think it's going to happen real soon. Like, I think we're good for at least another year, maybe even two. But it's just, that's what it is when you're that talented and that young. They're definitely going to, unless they want to kind of like hone him in certain ways and have him kind of just keep applying his trade. Because once again, in 2 or 3 years, the kid's still 23, 24 years old. It's crazy. And we know in wrestling, that's very young. So I'll make us all jealous here, Bellsway. 78 degrees today. God love that. It wasn't too bad in Pennsylvania during the day. Like it's been okay during the day, like not real freezing, like hoodie weather. But then it gets very cold as the sun goes down at 4:30 p.m. these days. There's our first dessert talk: cherry and pecan pie. There you go. All right. Just seeing here, see a couple more comments, and then we'll get into the show. Yeah, that's AJ, and I don't think the setup today we'll ever see another AJ Styles. It just doesn't allow it. Who that's actually one more day, AJ Styles. Going with one of the earlier turkey suit winners, if you want to call it a winner. But one of the more well known. They put the turkey suit on that guy. All right, yeah, keep it keep it going in the chat. This is great to see. Great to see. Oh yes, and I know I did see it being reported out there. it does seem to have some validity about Bear Bronson, who I actually just saw last weekend at Sami Callahan's Revolver versus a Rival wrestling show that was in Newark, New Jersey. He was in the main event against Cruel or Mads Kruger, depending on where he's wrestling, in a hardcore light tube match. So he was impressive in that. He's really been taken to the indies, really going out there. So I think he could be a useful addition. So I'd be interested to see what kind of role he has. Without thinking it, if they are bringing him in, I could see something maybe with the Cleanse and EY would make sense. But we'll see. So, okay. I think I'm most up to date on the chat. So we can now jump in to this holiday Thanksgiving edition of TNA Impact. And like I said, if you are watching it on Access and checking this out later, last call for the spoilers that we'll be going over in this. But we are going with the because usually TNA goes with the kind of the TV / plus feed. But obviously tonight with the delay on Access, they went completely with the plus feed. And don't forget, once again, if for some reason you're not one of the people that are watching it on Plus right now, and you want to watch it on Plus and you want to watch Final Resolution for free, you can. All you got to do to get TNA Plus free for 1 month is use the code FINAL, FINAL 25. So that's one word, FINAL 25, and get 1 free month of TNA Plus. So a Thanksgiving treat. So we start off, and we're not wasting time. It's the Turkey Bowl, which you love to see the Turkey Bowl. Turkey Bowl, obviously around since 2007. We don't get it every year. Obviously, there was the Turkey Trot for a bit, but it's great to see the Turkey Bowl return. I'm a fan. This is one of the best holiday theme matches that TNA does. And we got it. And our competitors this year, a man that's worn that suit before, Eric Young, Trey Miguel from the Rascals, the hometown man, whoever he is, Mance Warner, who just had that huge victory over Matt Cardona after reappearing as Zack Ryder, Brian Myers of the System, and the little brother of Nick Nemeth, Ryan Nemeth, is our combatants in this match. And this one was a trip. What the very enjoyable match here. Going into it, it's like you see people come out and you're like, okay, who could it be? Who could wear the suit? Like I said, like AJ Styles wore the suit, so you never know who could, but usually you have an idea on there's probably 2 people that could wear a suit in this. And one feels the most likely with maybe one other that could do it. So you see EY, you're like, all right, he did it before, but he's in such a serious role right now with the Cleanse. Like, there's no way they put him in the suit again. But could they? Maybe. Then you see, okay, Myers, maybe as the heel system Myers, but not as the new face system. Trey Miguel, nah, he doesn't feel like a Turkey guy. Hometown man, nah, that doesn't feel like it. But then Ryan Nemeth. Oh, Ryan Nemeth. As soon as you hear his name in there, he feels like he could be one heck of a turkey because he's just a turkey anyway. And he did, he was trying to get out of it. He went under the ring for a while, but he does eventually get Myers, got him with the roster cut, and no bueno for Ryan Nemeth. He loses the match, has to don that turkey suit, and kudos once again to our favorite referee, senior official, Daniel Spencer, like doing the turkey, like getting it all going, like the seriousness of the turkey, of what it is. But then obviously everyone they actually put the suit on him, they get him up in it, and then he just embraces it. Like he's like, I'm not a turkey. And he starts gobbling, hashtag gobble gobble. And then the whole crowd, turkey, turkey. Now that's just good old fat. Now, say that's the fun. That's the TNA fun that I like mixed in there. Like, don't ever get away from that. Don't try to be so serious. You can't do this kind of show, especially for a holiday type episode. This was perfect. So this was very enjoyable. But see, now what I wasn't sure what would happen was, okay, were you going to see this on future weeks of Impact where Ryan Nemeth is now a turkey? Or were they going to do more with it? And what we see is this became now a theme from the show. This honestly became the Ryan Nemeth show, which kudos to him, because this is a guy I've given grief to. I think a lot of people have, but like when he started, like when Nick wasn't there and he was doing like the countdowns for his big brother will return, that was getting way over. But then even in his matches, like he's impressed me. Like he's very comedic, like his backstage stuff, great one-liners. Like I do see him with the comedy angle that he does. It does work for him. And this was a vehicle for him tonight. And we'll get into all that he wound up doing after losing this, but donning the suit, because we will see him don the suit a few more times tonight, along with being involved in some other things. But Ryan Nemeth, thoughts on Ryan Nemeth, the turkey, and Ryan Nemeth overall, because like I said, we see a lot of him tonight. So we go from there, and then we find out pretty much our host for the night is Tom Hannaford, because he's like kind of at the headquarters, putting everything together. But then we go to once again some new content, a hidden gem match. The former world champion from NXT, Trick Williams, and Mustafa Ali against Mike Santana and Leon Slater, who obviously we've been talking a lot about. So, like, obviously, that was a main event type match. I believe that was in Minnesota. But they do get the Santana and Slater win this match by DQ because of everyone getting involved in this. Obviously, Order 4 still doing their thing, like we see. There's Bear. Well, yeah, I think they might have some a part there, but I think you're going to see their first run, obviously, somewhere else in the near future. So, once again, give it these holidays, but I got to imagine in January you're going to be seeing something different for sure. We get which is also very amusing. We're going to settle the battle. It's Thanksgiving versus Christmas, as we get the turkey known as Ryan Nemeth against Krampus. And I have a little familiarity with Krampus. I've seen him. I think when I definitely known of him, and I saw him myself once or twice. I think I was at an independent show when I was down in Florida, likely for TNA. There was another show I could get to, and I seen him wrestle before. And I thought he was good in this match, but through some shenanigans, that Ryan Nemeth was able to score a victory with a lot of tights in those hands to get Thanksgiving and the turkey the win over Christmas and Krampus. So we got someone making the most of their turkey suit that maybe anyone has in the past. A little mix. We get a concert that was done in Rhode Island. Joe Hendry and Jeff Hardy. So a little rock concert. We got a little bit of a little Creed. So no, good stuff there. Always enjoyable. Then we get Santino. Not happy with Ryan Nemeth and making an 8-man tag team main event. Where it'll be Turkey Ryan Nemeth, Jake something, and First Class against Leon Slater, who we're talking a lot about tonight as well, and the system of Moose, Brian Myers, and Eddie Edwards. So fun main event, more than that. We got some other stuff in there. That's like where we got mixed in. Right before that, at this time, we got the Lei Ying Lee footage and the promo we talked about earlier from winning the title at Gold Rush. Once again, congrats to her. Another finding the Elegant, finding the male member of Elegance, and offering that 1-year contract, and Tom Hannafin not liking our good friend, the personal concierge. But we had a lot of that, and then obviously that leads up to our main event, which this was a good one. This was a real good one. But in the end, you knew how it was going to end, and that was Ryan Nemeth looking up at the lights. Big win, obviously. Like Slater actually hits the Swanton on Ryan to end this. But good match for the system. Good guys, the system, as they get the big win here. But very fun episode of TNA. I did like the Ryan Nemeth Turkey storyline going on throughout. That was fun. You know what? I did have a little bit of news I heard earlier today that I definitely wanted to get out there because it's been a while since this has happened. But I saw one of the knockouts had said they had done what month they were in the knockouts calendar for 2026. So FYI, the TNA knockouts will be doing a calendar for 2026. So my guess is that news will come out pretty soon, but it sounds like it's pretty undercover, under lock and key. They're not getting a ton of information out, so I can't give too much away, but it does sound like that will be releasing shortly. I would think that's something you want to get for sale during this holiday season. So maybe post the Black Friday, Cyber Monday, maybe TNA will be promoting that. So FYI for any fans of the knockouts, that will be coming out. And once again, we said at the beginning of the show, but I know some people jumped in later. TNAmerch.com has a sale going on through Cyber Monday. At least 20% off, free shipping over $125. Good time to take advantage if you've been eyeing some stuff up there. And once again, a shout out to our friends at Blacksmith, who also are having their Black Friday sale. So definitely support all of them. For everyone that's been in here tonight, thanks for supporting TNI. Once again, if you aren't already, consider being a member. I might have to do some more solo shows for you guys. But feel free to jump on that, support the show however you can. Don't forget, if you're not already, like if you jumped into here tonight for the first time, subscribe, hit the like button, follow for you know when we do go live. And we do go live every week after TNA and after, obviously, any live streaming Impact Plus special or TNA special, or obviously, if it's any of the big four, which Genesis is right around the corner. So you'll see some mix of the TNI crew. So, yeah, we appreciate all the support. Once again, hope everybody had a great Thanksgiving. Thanks for taking a little bit of time. Hopefully, you loosened that belt, taking it easy, took care of all the stuff today, and now can just relax, maybe do some shopping tomorrow for those, and support the small businesses on Saturday too. So, but no, I'm glad we talked about maybe doing something tomorrow, but you never know, that stuff gets away. So I want to get something today. And thanks to everybody for jumping in. It's always good to see the support and TNA support on these holidays, because we're going to see these a couple times this year. We'll see what happens during Christmas. That'll probably be tougher to pull together a show. It might be a day or two later. So, but we'll see. Next Thursday, we should be back on normal rotation, and probably Friday then for a show after Final Resolution. So, once again, everybody, appreciate the support. Thank you. If you missed this live because it was on Thanksgiving, feel free to comment below, still share it, and hopefully we'll see you back when we go live next time. Take care, everyone. Happy Thanksgiving to you all, and we'll see you next week on TNI. Good night.